It's showtime. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another of my streams. This time we are looking at Meteor.js generators. So that would be the content of today's stream. What the heck is that about? What will it do? And how can we use it to become even better, I would say, with Meteor, more productive? Let's give people a bit of time to come in and everything. See. Oh, this black thing is my microphone. So let me guys know how the quality is, or let's on everything. And we'll be starting shortly to begin off. Let's actually look here at the official documentation, and let's see. Hello, everybody. A few people on X, one on YouTube. Where are you guys watching me from? Let me know in the chat. And you can also let me know if you ever use the Meteor generators in Meteor already or not, so that I know how much you guys know or don't know. And apologies, I will just step back for a moment. I just need to check something because it's yelling me that I have unstable connection. So I'll just make a quick check. I'll be right back, and then we can get straight into it. All right, apologies. Not sure exactly what's going on with my internet, but let's get to it. So the generators, as the name kind of suggests, is to generate scaffold. This was project by Gabriel Gruba, and it's mainly to generate, kind of create collection methods and publications, and then it will generate like new collection, then the methods, and then the publication, and add it to the index of whatever that is, and you can then specify a path. And let's see, so we'll try that. Another big thing that I will also try to get done here will be the TypeScript part. So we get types and everything. And yeah, that will be through the wizard. And then we'll see if we can get our own templates running. So how to bring your own templates. So that will be what we'll be looking at. I will be using this in a existing project, which already has stuff. It has particular, you could say, structure. So let me get that ready here in the background. It will be my little universe. We'll be looking into the admin. So time to change the share screen to the entire screen so you can see what I'm actually coding and whatnot. Guys, let me know so that I know that you're not just the bots. Where are you watching from? And also let me know, if there's actually any issue with my audio and anything like that. And let me know if you have ever used generators before or not. So in the meantime, I'm going to go here into my admin. Hopefully it won't have much issue, because lately I've been having relay issues with WebStorm, so much that I will probably not renew the license. Just, extremely slow for even the basic things. So we do have, or the project is a TypeScript. It has TypeScript in there. If we look at, let's see, it has tsconfig. Let's see if we have where was that? So we have to generate, publication index, path options, collection.ts. So well, first of all, we are going to play with Meteor generate. It should ask us here, what's the name of the model? So let's just say stories public. Will there be methods? Let's say yes. Let's do with the publication. Where it will be placed for imports API. It's not really how I use API. So instead, I will say it will be imports collections. Let's do that. And if we look here under collections, actually updated the index here, or created it. What was it? So here under collections, it is TypeScript, so it has a name, created at stories public, so that works. We have here the methods, update, remove, etc. And the publication public. So I think this might have overridden here something, but it will not allow me to revert. Do I have to go to git kraken? Let's unleash the kraken on it and see what exactly did the scaffold do. All right, so you can see it also added it to the server, imports collections, which I do have here the index as well. And it has replaced my stuff there, so that's not really what I'm not too happy about that. So I can have stories public domain already, or should have already there. So let us reset all of it. I have it right here. But the good thing is it recognized its TypeScript, so it went for that. And it has, let's see, let me go back to the documentation here. Interesting here it is under its own folder. While if I change the, so let's try that as well. Let's just do here generate. Let's just put in the name, stories public. So it did that. It put it into the imports. Again, add it properly to there. And you can see here that now we have the publish, we have the methods, and we have everything else here as well. I think the underscore ID is not really necessary, but it's also not how I do it. So if we go under API, there it actually creates the individual folder and everything. I'm curious now with this double, didn't type here twice, which I normally don't do. And since my web storm is apparently busted, it will not give me any hints, will it? Which kind of defeats the main purpose of WebStorm, doesn't it? And it's also very interesting that it did not create the folder for it as it would in in the first case. It didn't, as it does in the default case. So let's revert that. And let's see what happens if I actually do this twice and do the. So I'll do stories public dash path equals. And let's just do imports collections. Let's put that there. Let's close our API. And here it actually creates that. Sorry, not, oh, no, that's different. No, so, and here it doesn't. So whenever we define path, it will not create for us the folder because it has an expectation that we already have that folder there. We have Evelyn Low there from Twitch. Hey there. How is everybody doing, guys? Please comment. Let me know where you're from or if you have used the generators. So I want to try one more thing before we go into the more advanced usage for this. So let's refresh our set. And actually, I think I know what might be causing this to slow down. So let's, because I was running the application, so let me kill them because there's no need for them to run them yet. Let me try if I do this stories public, if I add here the new folder for that. And now it creates it. So now we know that it expects us in the path to create the folder. Let's see. Anything important on the server? It just imports the collection as well, and you have the index there. So let's see if here, if I maybe know that it's used as okay, and then a part you can pad option or just select where the plate, this border plate, to change model in that path. That is. Yes. Okay. So it pretty much says that as it should. So now what I want to try to go get and do is generate my own template to kind of follow my own, how should I say it, my own style. And eventually, I think I would like to see if I can try to force this to not just be for collections, but for other things, because that will be kind of for one of my next show. I'm not sure if it's the next week or the week after, where I'll be looking into Kadira, which was kind of a architecture in Meteor quite a few years back, about how you should structure your application, all that stuff. So I think if we can get this done, this will then hopefully get me to it will get me to make it easier for me to build my applications or faster. I can just tell people, okay, if you want to start a new module, you do this and so on. But first of all, so my Meteor generate feed. This picture probably needs a bit of an update. It should not be my Meteor. This is probably just when he was building the function, he just did my Meteor to link to his local copy of Meteor. So it should just be Meteor. Generate feed and then dash template path equals scaffold TS. Now this is not a CLA framework, and note that this is not a CLA framework inside Meteor, but just giving some solutions for runs out of the box. Check out Yarks, inquire our commander for more information about CLI frameworks. I'm not sure what this note is referenced to. You can use your own templates for scaffolding your specific workloads. To do that, you should pass in a template directory URL so that it can copy it with its changes. First of all, let's check out these things so maybe we can get a bit better idea on better idea of what he's exactly talking about. So you have inquire, and the last one, Commander.js. Let's see. I'll just go by the package and see. Okay, no, they don't have any dedicated web page, just straight to it, English and Chinese. The complete solution for JS command line interfaces. So it is just a program, and this is kind of similar to what we saw already. A collection of commands with commands line interfaces, so that kind of checks through what we have here and what's Yarks. Node.js library for hard T string, parse upstring, parser command. Okay, so these are all kind of the command lines that we have there. This is not a CLI framework inside Meteor, but just giving some solution for really common problems out of the box. Box is probably a few functions such as replacing name, Pascal name, and camel case. These replacements come from this function, or the scaffold name is the name that you have passed as argument, how to bring your own templates. There's an option called replace function that when you pass in a Vim.js file with two functions, all right, all templating that we have defaulted to use your given function. Example of a replacer file. Okay, if you run the command feed replace function replace, it will generate files full of Pascal case using the Meteor provided templates. Not really helpful. It's just, it's kind of missing here some sort of a description of how the heck do I manage to write my own. So I think what I'm going to do here, still an admin, I'm going to create a new directory, which I'll call scaffolds. It's on the top of the project, so I can access it. Let me just check here. Okay, it should be pretty much still fine here. And I'm also going to open Meteor itself and see if I can actually find the scaffolds themselves in Meteor, so I can kind of go through that. So let's see, where could they be? Should be there in scripts. Admin kind of is not benchmark CI. Here we go. Scaffolds TS. Let's just run to it. So he has just like that. So they are Pascal. Okay, that's interesting. It would be really awesome to know in the documentation which library underneath is being used for all of this generation, so we can potentially also refer to its API as well, because I think this is like, it's one thing to have here just this, so it cannot be just so we have under scaffolds, let's put another, let's call it collection. For right now, what I'm going to do is copy this over. So we have this here. And I'm going to change this to, I'm going to updated at, and removed at. So we have this, and of course it's going to get formatted by biome, which I have. So it will also be ready from that aspect. And let's see, another thing that I could probably do here to kind of test this out. Let's see, what else do we have here from collection? Create update, find by ID. The big thing here also, I kind of want to really get to figure out how do I add the script for adding into other things. So one big thing that I'm going to look for before I kind of forget, under pull request, generator, changelog generator was the first one. And I should probably get outer. Oh, what was his? What was his username? It should have been GR. It should have. Okay. Yeah, it's grew about 27. Why is this complaining? Okay. That doesn't look correct. There should be. What's this? Yeah. There's definitely much more work from Gabriel on this issue. Okay, that is very confusing. Not sure if anybody who is currently watching, if you guys know what is the pull request for the inclusion of original generators, so that we can kind of check all the additional code that has been added. Let's see. Template. It's going to kind of get in the conflict with the Blaze templates as well. It's 2.11. Also, what version was it added in? Oh, let's ask the AI. What version were generators added in? But we'll figure out what I'm asking for. Let's see here at least. Okay, let's look at Meteor 2. Maybe it was here already. Okay, this is too ancient here. It's 1.5 something. This is 1.6. Okay. Yeah. Why did we only see? Okay, that's interesting. And now we see more. That makes sense. Let's see. Where do we go? Add key QA about Meteor, docs. Nothing on CLA. Where do we go? The bundle. It's kind of hard to remember exactly what it was named back then, or like at least in the original before it was generators. I think it might be just do gen. No. G. Generate scaffold in CLI. Here we go. Release 2.9. Let's take a look on the changes to see what we are doing. So some command line. So that's the documentation. Tools.cli.command. And read line is using here. So here's the generation, pretty false, catalog refresh, setup. Check scaffold, get files in there, read there. So we TypeScript, else Java, else TS. So that's how it determines which of these two folders to go to, I'm guessing. And user transform file name function. User transform contents function. And we have the already mentioned. Okay, so get files in directory. Get extension, that will get you the extension. So it does the that. It goes into the scaffold extension as I predicted it's going to do. It will create a directory if it doesn't exist. That's nice, as we've seen previously. And then it just copies that. You can remove files. And there should be one more thing here. Yeah, maybe main.js path, server main.js, main.js to string split, new line, and then it adds in the import line, and then it writes the file. Okay. So it's nothing fancy, just using the basic Node API, which I upload that, not introduce new dependencies and everything. Still, this is files. Where is files? Files path to join. Okay, so it's a write file, main.js path, main.js file. Main.js file, main.js lines, main.js file, import line, and then the rest. If it's wizard, kind of curious when this gets triggered or not. If it's not wizard, and XOR maybe methods and publications. Okay, well, we'll have to test that because I'm not certain from this exactly how it's going to go. So I'm just going to get my updated stuff here. I don't really like this index, so that one will be gone. This is what I'm talking about. WebStorm just too slow. And let's just do this, and we'll check in our collection. Actually, another thing that we can do here, support const, and we'll put in here, or we have Pascal name, or we can do, if we look back into, if I can find it, the docs. There we go. There was there's an option called replace function when you pass in a given .js file with two functions. It will overwrite all templating that we have defaulted to use for a given function. We'll have to kind of see. We're gonna see what that will be. So we have, or do we have the list of? This needs a slightly better. We do have a camel name. That's what I want here for my schema. Schema equals new simple schema. And we'll import simple schema. I think it's with, actually we can check simple schema. Just like that. And we can do here name type string. Then we have created at, and I'm just going to copy from elsewhere where I have that. Oh, let's see. No, instead of return server time, this is just going to be new date. And let's say I should have also somewhere updated at. As well. And I will have removed at. Just like that. Oh, wait, that's the wrong placement. Just put it here. Great, done. So now in the admin, if I do the, so I'll have the story public, and one more thing that I need now is template path. template path. That's one up. Scaffold collection. Let's see. Let's see if that works. So under the import collections, we have the stories public. We don't have the index there. Under collections, we already have the schema here and everything. So from that perspective, it's super easy to put in. Let us check if it did anything else. Wait, look at that. It still put it. And I would say in this case, very wrongly, it put the link into stories into the admin. But there is no index, so that's a problem. And then this is okay. So the problem there is that it's putting in stuff into the server, which is going to be a problem if we are putting. I think that's not a collection. It's a problem if we don't have an index, like in my case. How are we going to square this? So first of all, I am going to take the scaffold and because if it's like this, then it's unusable for anything else because we need to be able to define what other files it should, edit with what. So I'll just commit this so I can always reverse this easily. Now then, let's see. I think we can try to do how to rename things. We're done. How to bring your own templates. There's an option called replace function. That's when you pass a .js file with two functions. It will override all templating that we have defaulted to use your given function. Example of replace the file, transform file name, transform contents. If you run command like this, it will generate files full of password case using the Meteor project template. So it would then, okay, so it would then generate files full of password case using the Meteor provided template. Okay, so here's the transform name. This is not well worded, to be honest. This is still needs to do that. So this is not ideal. But to sum up the first 45 minutes, generators work. They are only for pretty much creating collections or models around them. We still have an issue that it's also inserts, it expects everything to be in its own folder, and it expects then also to put things into into the server main file as well, the import statement. So especially first things first, I think what we need to kind of fix here would be first that we can, I think adding into like other files should be something that you could put in some sort of a setting of the template. And second step will be, as I'm imagining or as I'm seeing it here, that you can define, instead of like one folder where you put in everything, that you can define other folders, or like have, for example, from the scaffold, the collection file is going to be named as that file, and put, for example, here into my apps app-collections and here, and add it here into the index. That's kind of how I see the scaffolding feature evolving. Let me guys know in the chat or comments if you use any scaffolding tools or anything like that. So there's Yeoman. I do recall from the past using Yeoman for something. So I get those. So find generator for your web app. Generators are but for Angular. Blah 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 blah. I think Yeoman is though for the bigger one. Helps you to start new project, prescribes and tools to help you stay productive. To do so, we provide a generator ecosystem, and generator is basically a plugin that can be run with the yo command to scaffold complete projects or useful parts. Human workflows are robust and opinionated client-side stack comprising tools and frameworks that can help developers quickly build beautiful. We take care with modular architecture that can scale out of the box. I'm not sure. So just like only predetermined, or okay, I'm not. A lot of publicly available generators. So let's see if we actually have Meteor here just for the fun of it. Oh, we do have. That's 2 years old from Pent. Oh, Meteor 1.3 here. Oh, there must be some sort of limit from Poetic. Let's take a look on that. Meteor, CoffeeScript, Stardust. Okay. Shouldn't this arrow be up instead of down? Or no, that's down. How many was downloaded? So Angular Meteor is big one. All of them are old. So I think 2 years is like the maximum. So they will be old. So let's see what Poetic. No, what's Poetic IO? Okay, so that's just a company. Let's see what they have here. file structure and reason behind it. Let's open up another window. Site is not secure and it's not working. So it looks, maybe is it forked? Given where the link goes, it looks forked. So here's the template app, authorization method, schema, template helper. Collection name.helpers. Okay, so here it actually you can have more stuff defined. That's kind of how I'm seeing this. Yeah, users. Client, auto runs, components, layout main. That's all Blaze here. So it kind of prepares for you similar to Meteor Create. I think what we really need though is and then through the your Meteor Poetic component admin. Okay, route. Let's see if you have route. Where is that? Factory. There's some definition, prompting, writing. Here we go, route. If type is not route, boom. Generate files for route. Do not create new one if route already exists. Add route to the end of router. So somewhere we have generate files for route. So what it will be do, you need copy. Okay, so it will copy that specific template component from over here, yeah, template.js into the file path. So this is, so Yeoman could be a potential solution if we want something a tad more robust. But so that would be something I will have to consider really to work on it. But this is you know, this is manageable. Let's see. Oh, not found. It's bad if I cannot find the source code. Or we have PWA Meteor. Oh, we have actually here a quick comment from Weekend. I don't use any scaffolding tools. Me neither. And this generator is actually 5 years old. And again, we don't have a link to the Git. And this one is also gone. It's Meteor React. My God, gone. React has one here. So it just has renamed it here, component name, collection name, all that. Okay, so I think what I really want to do here is, let's see, let me think. For core Meteor, anything on the client side, except for actually putting in the collections and the methods, is kind of out of scope, because you can have solid, you can have React, Vue, etc., etc. So that's for Meteor Core itself. I think that, yeah, that makes only sense, that the only generator available will be for collections. And I'm fine with that. So I think right now the only thing that needs to be fixed in this, or improved, is the writing to wherever like on the server is, to grab to put in the index file from that folder. So let's see. I can. That's something too early. Okay, so what do we want to do here first? I think what we want to do in the second hour. I'm going to take a quick break soon. So first thing, add an option to not write to the main server. Second, change where to write on the server. So instead of the main file, we might have maybe some other file that we want to define to write on. And the third option would be to, let's see, can we increase the size of this? Check for updates. Maybe here. Just trying to figure out as I'm learning this. Okay. Not really on weekend, so it'll probably be for me, and then I'll figure out later how to do this. So yeah, so add option do not write on the main server. So just do a true false on that when you're generating, which is not really optimal, because you want to have some sort of a change where to write on the server. That would be the second. So first we kind of put it on optional through the API. And third, how are we going to do this? Settings file in the template to define the above. So the option to define those options, you don't have to constantly repeat them. I think that's really kind of a needed thing. And fourth, define which file imports to write to which files. So how I'm seeing this is that you will have, like, in the settings file, you will have defined, okay, there'll be like a function that if present, and that might be kind of like, similar to the overwriting function as well. We have to kind of see how to mix that properly. That will define, first of all, that file will be ignored, and then it will define, okay, into this file you will write this file, or like this import, and into this file you write this import, so that if all is set and fine, you can set it up. I don't think I will get that far today. I would definitely want to get the first option set in the API or in the scaffold, in the CLI, sorry. Potentially option 2, which should not be too difficult, hopefully. And number 3, I think 3 and 4 might be a little bit out of scope for the time. So guys, I'm just going to take a quick break for, let's see first though here if I can make this bigger. Default view display. I don't really care. Why isn't there? Maybe under appearance. Yes, font size. Let's switch to 20. Okay. And let me do here. This, so it's gonna clear that a quick break. So I'm taking, or maybe let me see. I should actually have a specific. No, it's taking a good break. So I will be back in just a few moments, just taking a quick bathroom break, and then we will look into improving this feature and seeing what we can do with it. See you in just a moment. And I'm back. So once again, hello everybody. Let me know in the chat where are you watching from, and if you use any scaffolding tools. Let's get this show back on the run, and we'll be changing the Meteor itself. Let's take a quick look into this. So tool CLI commands will be our working. Laurie from Wecan is greeting us from Finland. Hello. Let's see, we'll be looking in there. Big thing I first also probably need to check out a non-working branch, because before I'm working here on some updates to web app to make it smaller and faster. Okay. And part of that has been merged into Devel, so it means it's going to be in the next, or the first part is very easy, that's just updating dependencies because of security related stuff. So I am okay. We have here some comments. I think scaffolding is done at Ruby and Rails and Laravel. Yes, they do have quite extensive scaffolding. Is there anything other than Meteor create? There's Meteor create, and then there's Meteor generate, as I showcased earlier in Meteor. And that's what we are working here. So let's actually finish here. I want to go, let's just go on the latest Devel and not think about it, so that we can make this useful for more people. And what are we going to do here in order to actually be able to run the commands for this? We need to reference Meteor itself. So the bundle, so it will be like this, Meteor, and then we'll have generate, and if you run it, right now it's going to actually get dependency kit and everything. So I'm glad I've just run this now. And let's jump into my local copy. And we want to find the, those are going to reference this tools CLI, tools CLI commands. And what we are looking for is at line 2700 something. So at the end, of course, or almost at the end, relatively. So self-test, and right behind that, what? Oh no, it's moved in the meantime. Or am I in the wrong? CLI commands. Let's look for a specific page and we can find. So it's already line 3000. Okay. So it has here to check for the proper import path. Ooh, and that one has an issue. So it's the leading slash, that if you don't have that in your, when you're writing your path, it's not going to be added here either, which is a bit iffy. So what we need to do here is we have the main.js path. And as I said, in here, add option not to write to the main server. So what we want together with the second one is to define another file where to import the index. That's it. Let's as I said, baby steps. Only really what we want here. So this let's see if and main.js. So we want to have here then if it's not going, so that will be a negative to make it nicer. So let's see from the wizard, or how do we get here the information? From the command line. That's what I'm asking here. Okay, so here it's up the top. And here, there we have the options. And options are path, method, publications, methods. Oh, wait. I don't recall seeing methods, but yeah, there will be methods. Okay. Now then, we need to add another option in this case, and then we'll check the replace function a bit later. But that will say how are we going to name it? Any ideas? How should we name this? We want to first we want to have one that says no to writing into the main, right? So it will be import into server main type boolean. So that was the, let's see. Oh, actually, wait. First, where do we get the options? Const. Okay. Okay, so that's interesting. So we have the import. It looks like Lori is joining us a bit late. Generators generate collection, and it's kind of basic methods and publications for that. So import into server main, and in this guy's the next one. The string should be server import file. So this way we have that as well. So that one will be here and here. And now we can actually do here, can ask here, import into server main. So const await ask, do should import, and we can then ask the question. Let's kind of prepare this as well. Server import file. And we can have this here. So let's just copy this initial one and ask instead should we place the imports into the server main file. Boom. And following the previous, I'll have here const this sanitize Boolean answer, and that should be that. So we'll return Boolean, and if this is false, that it should not, then we are going to do here I'll have here another one, which will be server import file. Like that. Where, okay. Into which file on server should we import? Press enter to not import on the server. Do not import into any file. So first things first, so we have that thing, and we need to over here. I am though a bit confused how exactly it is getting the information it needs. In this part. This is okay. Okay, we are still in there. Okay, I am not really getting the... Okay, so we have the methods. Check and remove file. And then over here, I think it must be from here. So we should then just press this here, and hopefully that should be it. Now we have to do here. So if it's not import into server main, that's great. We have the import line. So if import into server main is false, and we don't have anything on so which would mean no, import into server main true, which is the default though. That's one thing that we need to kind of figure out. If so, this is the, it's like that. So this means it goes through the how do you set up the defaults? I'm kind of curious. Hmm. How do you set up the default? What does the sanitize bool? If yes, yes. So if no string, then it's true. Okay, that's fine with me. And but without it, so I mean, if there is a no, await setup argument 0. So if there is no, so I get these from options. Okay, so it gets there. So I want this by default to be true. So that we don't have to worry about so we kind of keep the original behavior. And then we should be getting string, hopefully. But first things first, let's Where is it? Okay, over here. So import into server main if it's true. Then great. Then if that's false, else if and that would be the second option that we prepared, server import file exists, then we do something and pretty much we just do this part. We read, instead of main.js path, we'll have the server import file. Add something, added it there at the top. Main.js file. So technically, could probably make this smaller by defining having the main.js. Server import file and server import file does not equal just empty string. So it needs to be bigger than, length needs to be bigger than 0. Let's do it like that. And if nothing like that is, then it's then it should just go through. So let's add here console.info. Just this is for just debugging. And I'll call this, I'll just put it, just the names here. Info. I can put it like this so that we actually know what's the value. Just in case you have issues with that. And now if I go back here and I click generate, it will ask me for the name of the model. So let's just call it test collection like that. Will there be methods? Yes. Publication? Yes. Where will be place? Okay, now let's keep it like that. Should imports, and here you guys see, actually I should probably, let's see, let's go for this look so it's more visible. And you can see, should we place the imports into the server main file? And I will say no. Into which file on server should we import? Let's quickly check where we actually put this, and it will be server publications index.ts, and we get an error, but that's fine. We made a progress. We get here server import file, no such file or directory open. Publications index.ts. And within the API, we do have everything set up correctly. So let's try this again. First of all, test collection. Yes, yes, yes. Should we place the imports into the server main file? Let's just click enter. And we shall see import into server main. And on the main file, here we see it's there. So the original functionality is working. You can see there that there is no, if I don't put in this other one, then it's still fine. So actually now we'll go back here into my literal universe and just revert everything. Discard, reset all. And I want to now, we just need to fix the, one more thing though, over here. What I want to try now, test collection, just go through everything. And I leave it empty. Oh no, I made a mistake. I made it exactly the same. So no, it was too quick. So one more time. Test collection. Yes, yes. We'll place it over there. Should we place imports? Let's do no. And we just leave it empty. And if we look over here, it just creates us the 4 files and doesn't import anything. Hallelujah. Wonderful. So now that leaves us to only fix the issue if we actually have something here. We can remove this console. Files.read file. So what is files? Mm-hmm. Let's see. So used a lot over here. Let's see if I can functions files. Yikes. This is going to be while I add it, I'll just add here some should be node s and node advanced just for little details. So what we need here is to find where's the files coming from. Oh man. Maybe like this. No. reason we choose this is because this is make sure use files.js everywhere instead of Node, just FS, and to make sure every part of the tool correctly uses system-specific path separators. In addition, there are some parts of the tool where it is very hard to tell which strings are used as URLs and which are used as file paths. In some cases, a string can be used as both. So this is to kind of help with files management. But I don't think it's well documented this internal tool. So path to resolve. So I think what we really need to do here first this is going to be path to join up there. Path to join is up there. Options, other base functions. No. Where's the file name? Where is the file name used? Okay, that's just more. Okay, first check that the file exists. Server read file. I think that might be the path. That has to be kind of here. And let me actually see if our guy Gabriel has done here something with the path to what is path resolve? It's over here and notepad. Okay, it exists, so let us jump to node documentation. Docs. Path. Stable multiprocessities for working with file and directory path can be accessed using da. 6 path. And we have some nice functions: pass base name, delimiter, their name, is normalize parse. Let's see, what does resolve do? Resolves a sequence of paths or path segments into an absolute path. Given sequence of path is processed from right to left with each. Mm-hmm. So there should be path to, and what is path join? Is that here as well? Path join is together using platforms like separate limiter. So we don't need really path join. Do we even need anything from this path? So how do we get the? No, we will want to have files dot. See how they do it. Path join. Start it up there. And then it will be the file. So let's try it like that. I think that might be enough. So generate. It's gonna reestablish. So test collection. Yes, methods, publication, we don't care. We'll place it over there. Should we place imports? The answer is no. And what did we say? We want to, whoops, it's freezing. Hope you guys are fine. Sure, what's, so we want to do server publications index.ts. Main.js path is not defined. What? Ooh, but we got here almost. What was the main.js path over here? It was this. Main.js path. Okay, so my main.js path is actually this one. And that will allow us kind of like then to also optimize this a bit more. But later, let's just get this started again. think I'm pretty confident that this was what we just needed. This collection, yes, 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 no. Okay, server publications index.ts. Now it went through and it added it there as well as it should. I would class this as a success. I have 12 minutes before I need to run for a meeting in the city. So I need to also make some predictions. So let's make a final look at what we can improve here to make this work better, because we have a lot of repetition. And pretty much after we define the main JS path, this is safe in both cases. But we have to remember here that this only applies if we want to have it in both. So import into server main. So if we have import into server main as a true, or we have the server import file, put in dot length bigger than 0, then we move this entire thing over here. Which prepares that, and we have this, and these two are the same. Just need to do here let main.js path. And then if main.js path exists, then actually do so, else console dot this case error, we could not locate the main server file. So that's we'll keep it like that. So we have an error if that happens. Finally, we are going to run through this again. We're getting there, and let's do this. The collection. I'll just click enter for everything. So this case is that it goes into the main file. It did. Reset. I'll do here again, generate test collection. There will be Meteor method. Boom. Where probably should fix this. Where it will be placed? I'll fix that a little bit. So over here. No. Why did it freeze on me? WebStorm, that's not nice. So again, this collection, yes, it will be placed over there, and we don't want anything like that. Perfect. And for the final test, this collection, yes, no. And we set server publications index.ts. Perfect. And for the final to test our, so let's just say server publication. I'll just try just index if it can find it. Nope. No such file or directory. So that means we don't even need this else here at all, because it will report and throw an error if it cannot find it. Question is if you even need the if here. I say no. And I'll say if managers path is not found, the generate script will error out. So this way we've kind of have that covered. And big last thing here for the generate, do we have? Yes, I need to find help.txt. Generate. Options, and we have to make sure that we add in this part. I think this here. Set to false to not import, to not add import statement to the main server file. And then we have server import file, the path to the server file where the import for what is it called? It's not port to the index of the generated files should be placed. So we have added these. Okay, just moved on me. We have the console here. I think we have, I think, chalk here, so that's something that we really need, that I need to look into, because I don't think we need this, like this. You have the static files, and last thing I'm looking for is if there are any tests. That doesn't look like it. Or maybe at the beginning, source. Yeah, the last thing I need to add is the addition this into the docs. Docs. Source command line. Need to generate. Template path. Yeah. Let's do the here h3 ID. Let's follow the structure. Meteor generate. It's not generate template. Is that? Oh, this is the FAQ. So I should probably rename, put it here. Server main. And here I need to do a space and selecting a file import on the server. By default, the script will add an import statement pointing to index of the generated folder. That's to the main file. To the main file on the server. Now we need to describe what we have. You can set to false to prevent this import. Alternatively, you can also set, that's what is the correct to the file where you want to import generated index. I think that's good enough for documentation. Let's see, I don't see anything out of here. So what I'm going to do here, once I switch to over here on Git flow, I'm going to do feature generate generators server importing. And I'm going to push it as a feature improvement. Add options to set where to import generated index. So submit. And let's also put this, get this number so I can reference it. Let's go to pull requests. There we go. Adding 2 new options to either prevent import addition on the server or set where to import. And I should probably, while at it, add a link to this stream so that worked on during my stream. See second hour for full context and work. Stat. This adds more, how should we say it? Flexibility. Ability for own generator templates. So create the pull request. And we shall see what's going to happen. All right, everybody, I am late. Thankfully, I can manage that. So just barely. Thank you for joining me today. If you like what I'm doing, please sponsor me on GitHub sponsors. I will have by the week some new information on that. I'm going to Japan to give a talk about Meteor at the Open Source Summit Japan, and I would really appreciate if you guys can help me cover the costs of that trip so that I can focus more on the talk than on the money, because sadly right now I'm a bit tight on the money. You can also kind of follow me on that on YouTube. I have a special playlist on that, so I will have more updates tomorrow. Yeah, or if you want to, you can also github.com/sponsor/storytellercz or call.com/storyteller if you want to schedule a consultation with me, so you can actually kind of get my brains and help me with problems and everything else. Yeah, that's it for today. I need to kind of cut it short here. Thank you everybody for watching, and you can see me again on Friday on Meteor Dispatches or on Monday for another episode of these streams. So with that said, thank you everybody for joining me, and I will see you around the Meteor sphere. Have a nice day and have a great week.